Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today is not gambling day. Well, it is in some hand, but I think today is for Science Day. Because today we're going to Val 150 beautiful tabula rasas. Doesn't that look awesome? Like a full quad tap here, and here almost a little bit more than half a quad tap, 150 Val orbs. It actually looks beautiful. I mean, come on. So today we're gonna try and see what, or is it actually worth to Val tabulas, you know, because this is probably the most dropped 6 link or something, so you can just go ahead and just sell them for a divine orb. So basically a tabula is always the price of a divine orb, pretty much. The problem is it's 5 days before the start of Legion, so here a tabula is like 25, 30 chaos, and if we check the divine orb, we're somewhere at 22, 23, 24. So basically you can say that a tabula is actually 25 chaos, somewhere at that price range, right? So what we're gonna do here, probably, yeah, let's keep it like that. So today's gambling is brought to you by PatPewPew, and he wants to see what possible outcomes, what is the most... How do you say that? How do you explain that? You just want to see if you Val 150 tabulas, how many of those get ripped, how many is unchanged, and if there is a pattern that, if there is something that you get more likely than others. So it's a little bit, it's not in that case that we're gonna say like, it's a gambling, we're gonna do profit and so on, because 5 days before league start, right? So probably like 3 days before this league is going to be converted into standard. So who cares about the tabula right now? Nobody. So it's hard to say what we're gonna get, or at least like how to price check them, right? I just say like a rip is 0 chaos, obviously unchanged is the same price as a divine orb or as the usual one. And then we have the ones that actually get an implicit, right? So I have here a list that is possible to get. I checked a couple of those to see what is the price at the moment, which is completely stupid. But nowadays, for example, a +2 level of projectile gems, if we're gonna make this one red here so you can see, this should actually be one of the most valuable ones just because of Winter Orb. Since I hope and pretty much 100% sure that the Winter Orb is going to be nerfed, who knows if this one is actually still the best tabula you can get in that case, right? So I think like +1 level of Socket of Gems, increased damage, max life, this is something you generally need, or at least is nice to have once you're leveling. +1 max resistance is not the best, I gotta say, because I think once I bought one, but I think the equipment level is then like level 60 or something. So I think the majority here, you can equip on level 1 what you actually want to do. But I think this one, the only one that has like item level 80 plus requirement to get this role, I think then you can wear it at level 60. Anyways, we're just gonna Val now everything in this beautiful tab here. Probably gonna start with those here, and then we can see how many got ripped, how many unchanged we get, and so on. So this time around, we're gonna delete this Val orb just because every time I do something like that, there's one Val orb staying over, and every time we think about, hey, wait a second, is there one unchanged one or something? Did I not Val one, and so on. So let's start. All of these are 20% quality. If you're asking why, I have no idea, man. Pat gave me them like that because he knows I like to quality them up as well, although they have no armor, no evasion, no energy shield, so qualitying them is completely useless, but hey, it looks good. So let's see about the first Val orbs. So nothing, 2 level of projectile gems. Nice. A ripped one with actually pretty shit stats. Max ES, level of Warcry gems, 5% reduced cold damage taken, corrupted, nothing. Trap and mine gems, reduced extra damage from critical strikes, 2 projectile gems. Holy shit. Like if that would be mid-league, that would already be in some nice profit. But I think like the +2 projectile gems go for more than an Exalt. Here, another projectile gems. That's actually weird. Or at least like good, right? Corrupted, that's a rip. Increased damage is nice, another rip. There's actually not a lot of rips, to be honest. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rips. So that's actually not even that bad. Reduce cold damage, chaos damage, nothing, 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 nothing. 2 curse gems, nothing, nothing. Physical damage reduction. Nothing, nothing. Unchanged projectile gems again. Wow. Actually nice. Curse gems. Yeah. Rip. Another rip. Corrupted. Max life. Socketed gems. And yeah, another rip. This one is actually pretty nice. So you see that level of socketed gems is way more rare than any other plus something. I guess. Not sure. So, I think we're just gonna keep on going with this tab. We have a rip here. Unchanged, unchanged. Then we have physical damage reduction. Unchanged, rip. Unchanged, rip. Max resistance. There you have one. And now we can see requires level 64. That's what I was talking about, right? So these doesn't have a level requirement, same as the other ones actually. Wait, here we have level 16 basically. So still in the range where you can wear it, right? So yeah. So I think we're just gonna keep on going over here. Curse gems, reduced damage. Then we have an unchanged, reduced damage, unchanged, rip, unchanged, lightning damage taking, rip, lightning damage taking, another level of socketed gems, rip, unchanged, unchanged. Holy shit, there's a helicopter flying outside. That one moment when a helicopter is arriving somewhere at the hospital, right? It usually happens every 5-6 days, right? And exactly on this moment, when I'm recording a video, it's 100% guaranteed if I have an open window that there is a helicopter flying by. Like, really? Another projectile gems. Unchanged, unchanged, unchanged. Level of socketed AoE gems. Unchanged. Then we have a rip. Another rip. Another rip. Hey, we have a hat trick. Fizz damage reduction. Rip. Unchanged, unchanged. Rip. Unchanged. Level of socketed gems, increased max ES, which is actually nice. Let's move this one over here. I wrote it down somewhere. Like if you have increased max life, they are in the market about 60 chaos. The energy shield is about 80 to 1 exalt, because there's only like 4, I think, in total on the market. But to be honest, who is leveling? I mean, Tabula, we're gonna all agree, it's more or less a leveling item until you get something better, right? So you're always gonna, or at least 90% of the time, you're gonna level up as a life-based build. So I don't know why is actually an ES more valuable than the life one, but I think it's just about end of the league. There is nothing on the market anymore, so yeah, screw that. So we have another rip, unchanged, rip, cold damage taking, rip, unchanged, Warcry gems, unchanged. Then we have curse gems. That's nice. Then we have a rip. Unchanged, 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 unchanged. Another unchanged. Here we have 2 level of socketed AoE gems. Unchanged, rip. Unchanged, rip. Curse gems again, rip. Hey, a ripped 6-link. That we're gonna put on the side, because if you just sell this one, you get the same divine orb as on the other things. Like, hey, it stayed 6-link, isn't that great? So, ripped, unchanged, level of socketed duration gems, unchanged, max ES, unchanged, unchanged, rip, reduce cold damage taking, then we have rip, corrupted, and rip. Okay, so all our 150 Val orbs are gone. So what we're gonna do now is, do we have another, yeah, here is the belts from the last Ancient Orb Gambling. Let's put them over here. I think we're just gonna put all of the ripped ones to the side. This stab will probably take quite a while, so I'm maybe just gonna speed this up, or at least like completely cut it out, because it's probably not that entertaining watching me sorting out and writing down all the outcomes here. So I would say I'm just gonna cut this video here, do all the work here, and then I'm going to continue with the final outcome and also my prediction, or at least like, is it worth or is it not worth? All right, I'm done with the counting and the write-downs and so on. So we have, out of the 150 tabulas, we only had 33 rare ones. Actually, 34 because of this one, but I counted this one in as an unchanged one just because you sell it, you get a Divine Orb. Divine Orb is 25 Chaos. That's it, okay? Then we have 71 unchanged ones. These are these guys over here. I hope I don't mix this one up. I don't think so. Wait a second. And check. All corrupted 20% tabulas. Oh, that's so beautiful. So that's 71 in total. Actually 70, you know, the +1 of the ripped ones here, which is about, yeah, 1700 Chaos Orbs. And 46, so a third actually did actually go well, has an implicit change. I wrote down here all the changes. We had 1-time max resistance, 5 times reduced cold, projectile gems, reduced extra damage, and curse gems, which I think should be profit, cause Bane leveling, curse gems, Winter Orb leveling, projectile gems, and reduced extra damage is like useless. But if we all count these 46 as well, with the 25 Chaos Orbs, which is the price of a Divine Orb, we would have about 3,000 Chaos Orbs, means there is 1,000 Chaos Orbs left over. So now it's your turn to decide, hey, is this profitable or not? Is it valuable to do it? I think it is, because the 1,000 Chaos Orbs, which is about, I would say, 5 Exalts, 6 Exalts, I don't know. The current price is, I think, 140 for an Exalt. So if you say like 1,000, I think like 99 or something, 95, divided by 140 means we have to get about roughly 8 Exalts from selling those here. And here is the question. Do you get enough, right? We have like 2 with increased damage, should be like 2 Exalts. The projectile gems at this current state is definitely like an Exalt just for the Winter Orb leveling. So that would definitely be profit at this league. We know this is going to be changed. I mean, not changed, but Winter Orb is going to be nerfed. So nobody will care about projectile gems anymore unless you play... I don't know, dude. I have no idea, man. But in the end, max life, increased damage, socketed level is actually pretty nice. I didn't really find out a pattern here. It's all RNG. It's quite funny that we didn't have a fire damage and aura gems, but hey, who cares? So yeah, that's the gamble. That's the tryout. I'm actually surprised that there is not even a lot of rips, right? We're talking about 25% or something rips. And means 75% is like unchanged. I have no idea about percentage, but in the end, we have like 117 unchanged out of 150. That's something 70%, I guess, 75, I don't know. So actually, it's way better than expected. Check. Nice. Nice to find out, nice to try out. Now we need 150 without quality to see if there is a quality Vaaling thing going on here in the code of GGG in Path of Exile, but yeah, probably not in this league. Okay, so 5 days to go until the Legion League. I'm super hyped. At the moment, I'm just like reworking everything, like updating all social media, updating my layouts, and yeah, some couple of stuff like that. And then I'm super hyped about the new league. I would like to play, but we just have to wait. I'm just playing some League of Legends and work on some projects here, and to cover the time the next 5 days until we're gonna start the new Legion League. Small spoiler, I'm playing Cyclone. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.